Let's see. All right. Anyway, so today we're going to be building this. This is still plastic model kits. Am I in the frame? Probably not. Like so. Like this. There we go. Let's get a good thumbnail while we're at it. Yeah, so this is the A-Wing Starfighter, as it says on the box, from Star Wars. You know Star Wars. And yeah, so for whatever bizarre reason, Japan gets the best model kits when it comes to Star Wars. I mean, you get shitty ones. The rest of the world, I mean, in the US, you will get like, I don't want to say crappy, but they are kind of crappy. They're not, definitely not as good as these ones. These ones are like more of a much more real and accurate feel to them. Whereas the ones I don't know, well, who else does it? Rebel maybe. We have a bunch of manufacturers that do Star Wars stuff, but they're definitely not. I don't. I mean, I haven't tried them recently, but like as I remember, like the kits are kind of they're basically toys. This is not a toy. This is a serious hobby for serious people. So yeah, I do have a bunch of Star Wars kit that I've built, and the ton that I haven't built, just sitting there in boxes. So yeah, this is the random box for the day. The Star Wars A-Wing Starfighter, as featured in Return of the Jedi, which is the original trilogy, Episode 6, and the good movies, not the. I mean, Episode 1, 2. Episode 1 was. 2 was 3 was I guess the newer ones also. Well, what's his face from like Fringe? Wait, was it Fringe? That was the guy who's like has a punchable face. Yeah, he did the newer ones, which nobody remembers, nobody cares about. There was the bit where Luke Skywalker like is drinking from the teeth of some good animal. Not really worth it. So basically, it's anyway. Let's not digress. So this is just it's an A-Wing. It's a model kit. So Bandai makes the best Star Wars model kits. Unfortunately, oh look at this English. When did this thing come out? What's the date on this thing? 2016. Hey, that's recent. Are they remaking them? I would feel like that's like old. I mean, they might still be making, but like basically, the Star Wars, like the number of vehicles in Star Wars is fixed. They're not gonna make new ones. I mean, they're not gonna like invent new ones unless you count like the newer series. I guess they have a Mandalorian one somewhere, which I'm not really interested in. Yeah, it's yeah. So I mean, I used to like Star Wars, but then I don't know. You kind of get to know George Lucas and like, did he really come up with this? I mean, it's like. Yeah, it's kind of like it's something you like when you're younger, and then you grow older. You're like, yeah, it's okay. You can watch it occasionally, but yeah. So yeah, Bandai makes the best Star Wars kits. That's the fact. They are push fit. You don't need glue. You don't need paint. Well, you do need a bit of paint, but you don't need glue. And yeah, they are very, very at the same quality you expect from Bandai kits, and yeah, it's like easy to build. I mean, not easy to build. It is very like it is a step up. It's not master grade, but it's good quality, high grade, but they don't usually have lots of gimmicks. They're usually very static models, only for display. And once you paint them and everything, it's like yeah, it's just for like to show that you like, well, if you're a Star Wars fan, I guess. So, oh, they had the illustration by somebody else. Focus. I'll even focus it. I think we're good. Alright, so not much I can say. I mean, you guys know Star Wars. You can kind of see here, it comes with a fairly big stand with a turret. So this doesn't make sense. A-Wings are like terrestrial, I think. A-Wings don't go in space. Or am I thinking of something else? No, that's... Hey, this isn't an A-Wing. What is this? What was the one I was thinking about? This is not it. Da 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 da. Battle of Endor. Was using Battle of Endor? What am I thinking of? The ones with the... I also have those somewhere. Do I? Snow speeder, that's what I was thinking of. Well, yeah, this is the A-Wing, the small manned, like a single person Starfighter. Like it's a Starfighter, it's not the one that I'm thinking of. I'm confused by the shape. It's not a snow speeder. Yeah, I used to know, like, be a lot more on top of things when it comes to Star Wars, but with age, you kind of forget, and sometimes you lose interest a bit. Anyway, this is the A-Wing. Some people are probably gonna watch this later and be mad at me, but whatever. Yeah, it comes with a turret. I guess this is from like a turret from the Death Star, and yeah. What did they do in the Battle of Endor? Master twin engine, raw speed, right. Yeah, got an image from the film. And there's not much else on the package. It's just like, yeah, they usually come in black. Oops. Okay, let me just put this back here. This announce the unboxing. Although that was a false start. Right. So we're gonna do the A-Wing now. Let's do the unboxing, and there we go. So typical of and stuff. There we go. Typical of the Bandai kit, the same A4 form factor for the box, and you have, of course, your instructions, which looks like an HG sheet. Yeah, kind of. Oh, only 4 runners. Look at that. Well, 5 if you count this thing. Yeah, so it's simple enough. And yeah, you come with the... How did they manage... Oh, the one whole runner, more or less, is the base. That's the whole thing's a base. I mean, the turret as well. So you can kind of do... It's a huge... I mean, the A-Wing itself is kind of small. It is a very small vehicle. It says 172, is it? Yeah, I think like most of the smaller to like mid-size crafts are like 172. And I think larger things, say like the ATT, I mean the HG version at least. This is HG, I think. You could be considered high grade, although it doesn't explicitly say high grade. Yeah, so you have your instructions with the person over here. A few things here. So as usual, you have one side in color, one side in black and white. Usually the instructions start on the black and white side. And yes, yeah, this is a more recent kit somehow. I had thought it was somewhat old, but it does come with English and Japanese instructions. For whatever reason, like HLJ doesn't carry Star Wars kits. I think at some point, I don't know, there was some legal thing maybe. Basically, they had to like stop selling Star Wars stuff. I mean, the official Bandai Star Wars things, and you can still get them on Amazon and stuff. I don't know if there's an official distributor in the US. I bought most of my kits like a long time ago at this point. 2016 is like what? 8 years ago? Yeah, 8 years ago. Well, it was a while ago, and yeah, so I haven't really checked. But you used to be able to like buy them from like small sellers on Amazon, which were actual small shops in Japan, and you would get like, I mean, the ones I usually bought from like sent me like they would send like small origami stuff in the box. It would come in like small package, like small post package. I think it's called like I forget what the Japan Post term for it is. Small air, I think. I forget, but basically it would come in like direct from Japan and like shipped from there, and you would have like get small bits and like extras in there because they were small shops and they had to like kinda say thanks to the people buying, I guess. But yeah, it was a different age. I don't know if that still happens today. Amazon changed its interface, and it's kind of hard to like find to pick which third-party seller you want. At least for me, I don't know if it's different for other people. But yeah, this is like typical instructions, blah blah. So I'm just gonna put this down here. Check our runners. Hey there, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay, my bad. Can't count. Anyway, let's go to the unwrapping, the ASMR portion of the show where I make you regret having earphones. And I can't open this. I'll just use scissors. No need to strain yourself for a hobby. If you can't open a plastic bag, just give up. I kind of like the fact that the box is like, it's very like, the design is very subdued and classy. Just a black background, black everything. The inside box also is black. It's very nice. It gives a classy feel. So this is around a B, which we shall. Hey, well, that's not a lot of parts. I think I could just get away with like nipping everything off and assembling however I want. You do come with a sheet of. Oh right, I remember that. I forgot about this. So these come with a sheet of thin stickers if you're not that skillful. Well, I mean, you do need a fair amount of skill to use those. Sorry, I lie. But yeah, you need to be kind of skillful to be able to use those effectively. You can easily mess them up because they are sticky, as the name stickers suggest. But this is not protected. That's a bit boring. This is like a water slide decal. It says water decal over here. The water slide decals. Testing. Is the audio working? Hello. Are you working? No idea. Should be working. I mean, it says it's working. Not using anything. No, there's just a massive lag. I bet. At any rate, so yeah, they do come with water slide decals. These require like obviously more effort to apply. I mean, they're not that hard, but they are kind of fragile, so you need to be very careful with them. And I don't like the fact I was like, it's just unprotected in the plastic bag. Usually they are somewhat protected. I'm gonna put these away for now. These kits look better, well, if you paint them a little bit. They don't require a lot of paint, but they do require a bit of like, I don't know, wash, I guess you could call it, to like basically mimic battle damage, battle scarring, like soot and all that. And after you painted, you apply the water slide decals. These ones, these are like more accurate. These ones, I did build an X-wing before, like they don't always exactly line up. I mean, it's kind of hard to get them to line up sometimes, and once they stick, it's kind of hard to get them unstuck. And what the hell? You get a cutout of a pilot, not an actual pilot. You don't get an actual character because I don't know. Nobody cares about what the hell. Whereas, like piloting the A-wing squadron, nobody cares about Green Squadron. And you know, everybody's about Red Squadron. So yeah, you have a cutout of a. I'm assuming it's a pilot, not some ground crew member. And you don't have the actual. Oh, you do have the actual character here, which is kind of big. This is 172. Scale all the. I need to check because I feel like if this is 172, well, I mean like the X-wings I built before were like 144 or something. 1 to 144 because the character was definitely smaller, the pilot was definitely smaller. That doesn't seem right. Yeah, it says 172. I can see a X-wing box from where I'm sitting. It does say 172. That's bizarre. The scale don't match. It doesn't match the scale. Actually, let me. I do have the X-wing somewhere in my room, so I'll just bring it over once I'm done to compare the size. But I do not think they got the scale right. This is not 170. It's like. Just going by the size of the pilot, it's not the same scale. Unless this is a giant person, a giant sentient being from some different planet. Somehow they only made the A-wing size for them. Okay, so you have some clear parts. I'm not wasting too much time here. Alright, let's just open this one and start figuring out how we're going to build this. This is all just the base, I'm assuming, plus maybe potentially. No, I guess these cannons are articulate. I mean, they do move up and down, it seems. So we'll see about that in a minute. For now, let's see. This was runner. Which runner? SWB-12. This is for Star Wars Base 12. Alright. This is only the base though. This one is runner A, runner C, runner B. I mean, it seems simple enough, and this is SWE1, which is, I guess, energy beam. So I'm gonna be flipping for a minute, I guess. Or maybe I should look at the instructions first. Let's not be too cocky. That's the guy who the Wookiee said. Alright. Let's get this into focus. Into frame. And alright. I'm in focus. Okay, so we're going to start building the A-wing then. Probably not that all interesting for people when we come here for like gunplay and stuff. It might be interesting for other people, so I don't need this yet. We'll just leave this here. There's no polycaps, obviously. This is a mostly static model. There's not be anything like complex movements or anything. So we start with A2. You have two sets of. You have slightly different sets, so it's already like you have an alternative. So you can like either do this one, which is completely clear with the frame part attached, or like without the frame. So I'm gonna do without the frame, so I can use all the parts here. And this is A1, A12. It says check. What do you mean check? I mean the whole set isn't very. This is like a very simple kit. I thought it'd be more complicated. I remember building the X-wing, and it was like lots of the panels were like individual panels and not like one big hull like this. I mean, there was a main hull, but like it wasn't. It was still like a bunch of small paneling details with different colors. So I'll just do carefully. Okay, maybe I should do this, because these tend to, the clear parts tend to transfer cracks. They're much harder plastic than polystyrene. What is this even made of anyway? Acrylic? I don't think so. It doesn't even say. They don't usually say, do they? I mean, they do. Actually, I didn't even look at this part. Just polystyrene, but I don't know. Yep. I mean, there are some internal parts. There's like, I remember. I mean, these are like for display, but you still have like internal part details. Like you have like maybe the engine, which we'll probably see in a minute. Hopefully, it might be a bit detailed, or maybe I'm mistaken. This could be one of those situations where it doesn't need to have enough parts to do all that. It's just the outer details. Well, might be disappointing. I mean, this is like surprisingly a newer kit, and thought very small parts here. Very carefully. Oh, I shouldn't have done that, but whatever. Okay, A1, A12, YDB, and then this is A1, 12, and then get the pilot out there. This giant humanoid creature. I don't think, the scale doesn't seem right. If you compare this to an X-Wing should be much bigger than this, but I don't think, this is not right. This doesn't seem right. Or maybe I might be wrong. I need to double check, which I'll do later. Anyways, and then directly, hold on a second. Oh, the instructions do not start there. I have been misled by my habit of doing high-grade kits. Instructions start here. Hello, Pato Vega. Just respond. Yeah, I'm doing this all by myself. Nobody's helping me. Yeah. So instructions actually start on the color side and go to the black and white side. So it's not the usual. I'm somewhat confused by this. Alright, so we actually start with Burner C, which doesn't have a lot of parts, so I might as well, I mean, it kind of has small parts, so I should avoid maybe nipping everything for now. Although I sometimes do that. I live dangerously. So my nippers are sharp enough that I don't need to worry about too much flashing. Too much nubs. That happens. So it starts with C3, C7, C8. Oh, the Beetle, the car, yeah. Well, it's not that round, is it? Like for some reason I confused it with the. Oops. Hold on here. Mind focus. Yeah. Confuse it with the snow speeder. They have a similar shape. Okay, so what you should do here is actually do the you can use a sticker or you can use a decal for the dashboard here, which is run C10. This is like a very detailed with like lots of buttons and whatnot. Like a sticker wouldn't look very good on here. Like a sticker will like cover all these like relief, like all the like small details like engraved in the plastic, like molded in the plastic. You should probably use the water. That's why you use a water slide decal. Or if you're feeling like very confident about yourself, you could try painting it, which it gives you mixed result, but like it might look more realistic. Give it a closer look. Let me just get this bit of nub here. Again, we're dealing with polystyrene plastic, so you need to be very careful you don't gouge it or rip it. Well, I mean, like dig big holes in it by accident. There's like very small details on here. Tiny details that you could easily like sand off or file off. Yeah, but it is a fairly simple kit compared to the other Star Wars stuff. I don't think there's like very few runners and it's not very complicated. So this is the cockpit area. Alright, so there's a big check right here, it says. And I can see it. They want to make sure that you're being careful. It says check. Make sure that it's facing the right way. I don't remember like instructions being this hand-holdy. Alright, so we start with C3. We turn it that way. You go this way. And oh, actually I should probably. Let me try to find my. These are my new best friends, the 2mm drill bit and the 1.5mm drill bit. 2mm, 1.5. These are like the standard sizes for like the pegs. I mean, most of the pegs you will find in HG kits are that size, so you can use it to kind of. Yeah, see, it's like doesn't go. Oh, it does. Some like if without this, like the you might not get a like it might not fit easily. Whereas now it just like kind of slides in. Otherwise, you would have to like apply a lot of force to get them in, and because of the way the plastic is, the elastic properties of the material, you might get it bending or like warping and like stretching a bit, and then you might have gaps all over the place and the parts don't fit exactly. Whereas now, kind of does. So we do this one. No, not this one. Of course, there's some dangers with this because you might actually make the hole too big sometimes, and the parts just fall off easily. But you kind of have to like. I mean, usually it's not that bad. You can kind of correct later on with some plastic cement and make sure that if the part is supposed to fit there, just add a dab of stuff and it will. Oh, I forgot C9. C9 being the seat. So it's a weird cutout though. I don't understand why they do that. When I built the X-Wing version of this, and it basically you had like a small figure of Luke Skywalker with it and R2-D2, and I think the other R2 unit, which might not be an R2 unit, R2-B2, the red one with a red band. There you go. Look at that detail. I guess you can't see because it's black, but there, lots and lots of details. Like very detailed interior. Yeah, this is not. This is. I don't think this is 170. This is like more 148 or something. They mislabeled the scale. Doesn't match what we're seeing. The box is 172, but this is definitely like 140, maybe 148 or more. Because you wouldn't have like people this big at 172. How tall are you anyway? 1 inch. Okay, maybe 172. If this guy is 1 inch tall, like 70 times is like 72 inches tall. Which is what? How many feet? I don't know. I don't know. Divide by 12. 6 feet? Yeah. So this guy was 6 feet tall. So maybe this is the one with accurate scale, but the X-Wing is not. You can put this in here later on, I guess. Or right now, if you feel like it. Doesn't actually say to put the guy in here yet. But it does say check, so we check. Now. What the hell? The arrow goes here now. Oh, this part. The hell? How are these instructions? Oh, this is go to the next page. Oh, right. Anyway, let's go here. So, I'm taking my time with this one. Alright, so we get B5 and obviously B6. Or is this B? Yeah, B5 and B3 apparently. So we get these. And I'm just gonna load this over. Sometimes I worry that I'm moving slowly out of frame. I don't notice. I need like a screen in front, like somewhere where I can see, like a double check what I'm doing. I need to like figure out how to like rearrange my workspace so I can do that. So we're gonna need these two. I'm gonna need B16, 17, and then C14 and C13. 16, 17. Then C13 and 14. All right. Then we're gonna need, okay, we're gonna get this part first. So this is, no, this one. This is the bottom half, so we need B6. Into where? Here? Yep. So can't really do anything about these square slots here. Like if they have very tight fits, you just have to be careful you don't snap apart or something. Like don't put excessive pressure on the parts when you're trying to build them. And this one's kind of not fitting already. I say that and one of them already starts being weird. So this is your other friend, plastic stick, oh no, a wooden stick, to help you apply pressure without hurting your fingers, pressing on sharp pieces of plastic. Plastic model building is dangerous business, so alright, and then these ones, Lots of weird slots everywhere. It's kind of confusing where it's supposed to go. Okay. With a little notch, it goes down. So it goes here. But eventually there's only like one way each part can fit into the whole assembly. Again, use your stick to push the parts in so you don't... It hurts, seriously. Like, those are sharp pieces of plastic. Like, the kind of Lego... I mean, Legos are made of what? And not polystyrene. It's a harder plastic. But it's also sharp. And so basically these two have same principle. Legos hurt. And then you just put these two halves together, which is kind of a... It's a bit disappointing, if you think about it. So I'm gonna... These are a bit big, so... Probably have to find a... Just make sure... Because these are gonna be a pain to take apart later, so I'm gonna... These... And these... Feel so... Yeah. And then the bigger holes also. Maybe a bit of a problem here. I need... This is 3.5 millimeters. Are you big enough? Nope. You don't fit anywhere. Some of those are a bit dirty, but they do the job. This is exactly 3 millimeters. This is another very common size. 3 millimeters, 2 millimeters, 1.5. I guess one of these are like 5 millimeters or something. That's a bit too big. And one broken one, which is 2.5. I need to fix that. No, you can get away with just like loosening the opening here and wood left over on this thing. This is like I mean, you might think this is a waste of time what I'm doing right now, but sure it is not. Okay, I did this one already. It's important to get these things sorted out before I put them together, because it's going to be a pain to take them apart later. Okay, I'm going to need like a bigger set of things here. Alright, so I did everything I could, not exactly. There's still a few things here. I don't think that's a hole. Nope, that's not it. Alright, let's give this a try. I should be able to slide it in. There you go. Oh, see? More or less. Slides in. Hold on a second. There's nothing that goes in here? Not yet, anyway. I see, it comes in afterwards. But if I then later need to like take it apart, hopefully it's not going to be too difficult. I didn't get the big ones. Yeah, it's kind of hard to take apart. It should be easy on this side. Like, because eventually, what you usually do is like you build the kit one time, the dry build, as some people don't call it. I do. And then later on you come back and you finish it. We usually have to disassemble the kit to some extent, and if you have parts such a at a very tight fitting like this. I need to bring this over. Nope. Pretty sure I had something that would work on this. 4.8 maybe? No. This is a bit vexing. Apologies for the interruptions here. I do need to... I'll need to like sort through these later. Wait a minute. Oh no. That might work. Okay, let's make sure. So just kind of loosen it up a little bit. Just a tiny bit. Just like shave a little off the inside. This is working, so 4 millimeter? That's all I needed. It was right on my hand the whole time. Blow some air, do the old trick here. Same deal with this, just to make sure. Just remove a little bit of extra. This is all precautions for like later on, because I don't want to accidentally destroy the whole thing trying to, or hurt myself trying to like pull something that's too tight. Okay, hopefully, yeah, this fit a little easier, like slid in. It didn't really like snap in, but it like slid in a bit more easily. Alright, so now we should be good, hopefully. That was a bit of a lengthy interruption, sorry about that. Okay, then we do A's. Move on to this sheet here. A5 and B6 and B2, and then B4, and then let's do the A's first, then E6. A5, A6. Alright, A5, A6, A5. Carefully, because it's on a very small rim here. Okay, actually I should probably do it the proper way, which is you cut off with a margin slowly, so as not to crush. Like transmit the crushing force. Like the thicker the plastic is, the more easy it is to crush rather than cut. Then E6. This one's on a corner. What the hell? It's like directly on a corner. It's like kind of annoying. This one's on an internal part. That's fine. But like they put them on like weird corners, and it's like difficult. One, the plastic that's thicker is like it's more likely to blunt your tools. And then gently, kind of in line with the surface you're trying to trim. And just do a little pass here. Those are more likely to have fit issues, like the parts have like very low tolerance for mismatching parts. Alright, so carefully a little bit of polish, gently without applying a lot of pressure, just like use the abrasive nature of, and this one's like kind of a very thin edge here. I need to do another pass. Should I break out the gaunt hand? I feel this is a situation where the gaunt hand is needed. Wait, did I do both? Did it just fall off? The hell? Well, I took it out of its glove for nothing. Alright, let's try gently without. You don't want to. I mean, you could pass it off as like battle damage later, but you don't want to accidentally like add nicks. You want, sometimes you just want a pristine model, look as pristine as possible, and like nubs and whatnot kind of get in the way. Alright, and then we go to the B. So we need B6, B2. Hold on for a second here. Right, B6. B2, B4, B6. Okay. Oh, where'd you go? B6, B2. On the weird corners, kind of hard to spot. So and they are very small parts and very thin, so you need to be super careful when taking them off. Okay, fine. God hand it is. So like super accurate cuts. You don't even need to clean afterwards, but you have to go very slowly because this thing is rumored to break easily. I mean, the blade is very, very thin and very brittle, but it cuts through plastic like butter, and the part just flew off. And it's tiny and white. I have no idea where it went. I think it's still on the somewhere on the table. Okay, you come off here. Those are tiny parts. Did I drop it? There we go. You have an accident already. Did we drop a part, or is it still on the paper? It's like a tiny white piece, so I can't see it easily. Did it go under the instructions? I mean, yeah, I did. One time I built a... Phew, found it. Yeah, one time I built a... This is a tiny part, so annoying. Was that a smiley face? Was that a, like... face on here? Can't see it. There's like a small face on this. Just to like aggravate you. But yeah, one time I built a TIE Fighter model kit, same line of product from Bandai, and one piece just flew off, and to this day it's still missing, and it will never be found. Alright, let's put these together before they get lost. So dangerous. Gently, without applying pressure. I won't polish you because if you fly off, I'm never going to see you again. Alright, let's put the god hand back in the god glove, seal the god hand. Alright, so start with this. And then you do B6, which way? This way. And then you use a wooden stick to kind of press it down. The stick, I mean the wood, if you use, you need to use soft wood, not hard wood, because you need to be able to deform as needed. Press this in as much as you can. Like it needs to be able to deform too, and not, I mean, it needs to like, basically the plastic needs to be able to deform the wood and not the other way around. Alright, and then this one goes in here. So I'm gonna put these over here. You're gonna be a problem, aren't you? These are a bit dirty. I apologize for that. I don't know if the dust is gonna be a problem though. All of these parts are gonna get cemented together anyways, so it's okay to like over the holes. Did I lose that part? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. So now, carefully now. Yeah. Okay, this is a bit difficult. You can't. Oh, that worked. Okay, that worked. Thought it was gonna be difficult, but it worked. All right, and then this part, which is gonna give us trouble. And like this. Why do you make so tiny parts? Whose idea was this? Yeah, I was complaining about how it seemed to be lacking detail, and then they pull out this thing. It's a tiny part, and I guess this is like the front of it. No, it's the back of it. There's like details. I mean, how you can even paint this? Is there a color guide on this thing? I don't know. I'll have to take a look later. I don't think there's a... Oh, there's a paint guide here. And we do have a paint guide for all the various bits and pieces. So we'll take a look at that. Should look at that at the unboxing stage, but we can always go back and look again. I need to clean those drill bits also. Okay, so we did this part, which is like kind of the... Hopefully that's the only tricky part we're going to have to deal with here. And then first we do this. Yep, fits perfectly. And then we do that. We should probably bore those a bit. I don't think it goes down to 1 millimeter. It might be 1 millimeter, but I'm using a 1.5 millimeter drill bit. I need to get a 1 millimeter drill bit just to see if it actually does a difference. This is 4 millimeter, no, 3.2. Let's see. Like these are all metric holes. So, yeah, all of you. And then a 3 millimeter hole. Just holding that one, was looking at it, and was looking back at me, so where'd my 3 millimeter go? Oh, for crying out. There it is, right in front of me. Let's loosen this a little bit just because I do not trust. I should probably clean those first because they're introducing dust in between there, which could be a problem later. Okay. There you go, slides in. No snapping. Snapping is unnecessary. Fits perfectly all the way. Like if you'd had, I mean, if the gap, I mean, if the pegs weren't ill-fitting, you might get a situation where it doesn't actually fit. It is hard to push in, and you would have to like press and bend the plastic in all weird ways, and you'll get a with a warped model in the end, which like creaks a bit. I don't know how to describe it. Yeah. Okay. So now we say, yeah, it's a check here, and check again. Now we need to put this thing. See, I already made a mistake, but since we did this, hopefully, there you go, slides off, easy, not too hard. We need to put this one in here first, and this one over here is a 2mm hole. Okay, and we'll put that in here. There we go. Slide in. That was a bit tight. Okay. Don't use your fingers. Here's a piece of wood. Kind of press down on the part to make sure it fits where it's supposed to go. Sometimes you forget to like push the parts all the way in, and you kind of like push other stuff around. And there we go. It says check, which we will do. Worry about it. Check. Checked. Alright. I'm wasting time a bit, but sure. So now the side panel things here, which are a bit. The sprues connect on curved surfaces, which are not ideal. There, you're more likely to leave nubs and not if the surface you're cutting off is rounded. Okay, god hand time. See if this one works. I mean, the blades are flat, so against the curved surface it's obviously not gonna work as well. Well, this is smooth as butter though. Might as well be like a heated blade or something so sharp. And then yes, hello. Am I being a good host? I don't know. Oh, I forgot the nib here. Just trying to polish this a bit so we don't have trouble. Gently, without applying pressure. Is this thing already bending? Or is this natural shape? It's a long piece, so I don't know if it's like warping already. I mean, Bandai has, or at least like some of the Japanese small kit makers have very good technique, and usually the pieces, even big ones, large ones, don't warp. But I've seen like older kits, even like newer kits from like, well, not that I've like built a lot of new kits from like American manufacturers or otherwise, but I feel like they're a lot less careful. I mean, they tend to okay, I assume they design the parts in the US and just ship it off to whatever cheapest factory they can find to do the injection molding in China or something, which is all Ronald Reagan's fault. It's in the history books. Well, some people try to revise history, but basically people in the Reagan era said, oh, why don't we destroy the economy? That seems a good idea. People are having too much money, they're having too much freedoms, they're starting to be able to think. We need to make sure they have to like struggle for a living. That way they can't think. Actually, I started with Nixon, but yeah, Reagan really destroyed everything. And that is why everything is made in China. Because Reagan hated unions, didn't want workers to have rights. So, even though he was like, I think he was president of like the Actors Guild union thing, but he hated workers' unions. Thought they were like un-American or some shit, I don't know. Okay, so I forgot A8. That's my A sheet here. I'm not a history buff or anything, but I know a thing or two. That's what you get when you come to this channel. Random bits of potentially accurate knowledge. I don't know. Sometimes it might not be accurate, but I try. That one was in a weird position. So A4, A14, A13, 14, 13. Get the scales on these. Where's 13 then? Oh. The numbering is a bit weird. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9, 10. It's like a bit all. I don't know. It's a bit weird. Kind of have to search a bit more. Okay, 13. How are we doing for time? 1 hour already? Thought I'd be done by now. So, I mean, you kind of have to be a bit more careful with these. If you rush, you end up with a warped model. Trying to like have a decent looking thing at the end. Alright. Without pressing, make sure you don't slip. Alright. Okay, first we put A8, which I forgot. Okay, one nice thing, it seems like they kind of hid the spruce. There's not really going to be a lot of exposed stress marks and whatnot. So they're on the side here, which is going to be hidden by other stuff. That's nice. Let's just... This one's a 4mm, I guess, or more. Just bore those a little bit. Okay, first turn it this way. This one goes that way. That way. Actually. Okay, so this one's got a big hole. Press, let's see if it slides in. Not quite. Might be a problem with this thing. And you can't really drill square pegs, but you can kind of scrape the side a little bit. Try to line it up because it's not exactly there. We should be. No, it's not exactly. Line them up, is it? Am I doing this right? Okay, does say to put that one on. Doesn't actually say which order. Okay, hold on. Let me just, because I feel like, so I just polish these a bit. Those are internal parts anyway, so it should be okay to sand a bit. Like if a part isn't fitting well, you should definitely just take a minute and think about it for a second. Well, take a minute and think, essentially. Does it? There could be some like debris or something in here or there, or leftover nubs or anything really that's like interfering. Alright, so there you go. That's much better. Much better. And you just press with a piece of wood, not with your hands. I mean, you could, like if it's a large piece like this, but I generally try to avoid. It's like very, like it's very like precision built, I guess. It's like, okay, wasted quite a bit of time here. And is there north of these things. They're not symmetrical, no. Alright, so this. Again, with these ones, you kind of have to, I guess, X-Acto knife might have been better, or hobby knife, as normal people call it. Do the same in here a bit. All of this to make sure that we don't have trouble fitting. I mean, technically, I shouldn't have to be doing this. It's supposed to be Bandai high grade quality. Okay, now it fits better. Then you just push, hopefully without breaking anything. And you push. It's like you push over where the pegs and the holes are. So like, see, it's like you can't even see the panel line anymore. Or am I imagining it? It's like just one. Oops, that's not destroying things. There we go. It's like one. You can't even see, like there's no gap. Well, there's a gap down here, but don't mind that. No, it's fine. Just ignore what I just said. And then you push where the peg is, trying to avoid. Okay, maybe use the larger part. Same kind of deal here. I mean, although like eventually you'll use plastic cement to like close all those gaps. Alright, that was way too long. And then, which way do you go? Is there a... There's usually only one way those can fit. Except it doesn't seem to indicate which way. It might be symmetrical. Well, nope, doesn't go here. Go this way. Either. Might be this way, after all. Oh, I guess it was that way. Alright, so we did kinda so far. Starting to take shape. Quickly now. Wait, is this the hole? I think this is the hole for the action base, so we don't need to bore that one. Alright, so the way. Okay, let's get rid of this part. There's a tiny thing here. It's gonna be a bit annoying. There you go. And then A14. Did I not get that one? No, I didn't get it. Yeah, like, okay, this is good. I like how like the like the nubs are on hidden inside on internal parts, internal surfaces, internal surfaces like these, which aren't going to be exposed to the outside. Although I feel like older Star Wars kits had that problem where it would be exposed. This one does not, which is good. Okay, so there you go. Slides right in. Easy enough. Way too much time spent on this. Okay. So now, on to the other page. I hope. It did say check. Check. Alright, I checked. The other one for me. So we take this part. You probably shouldn't use a god hand on clear plastic because it is much harder and more likely to break. I mean, dull the blade. Gently. Oh, that's still messed up. Yeah, these are not. This is great. I wish these ones were hidden, like the defects here. You can easily, yeah. I want to like scratch this. So I'll try with. Well, that didn't help either. Okay. And then pieces I first mistakenly took for. Where'd the clear part go? So this goes on here, it says. Oh wait, I got the wrong part. That's the wrong A. This is the one. Okay, so let me just break it off at the weak point. Or not. Okay, that didn't go well. Yeah, you're gonna have a permanent thing here, which is gonna. I don't know. You might be able to like. I haven't tried this before, but there is like clear coat that you can kind of use to mask it somehow, to just like fill in the little rough part and kind of give it back its shiny appearance. Right, so then it zooms in and shows you that. Is this the right way? No clue. Might be on the wrong side. Oh, kinda. I mean, you might have to use cement anyway to get this to fit, but this looks better than this one. You would have to paint, or I don't know if you have decals for this. Yeah, it seems like you have a sticker for this, which would be or decal, but this one's better. See, it's already painted. I don't mind to give the option. Maybe some people prefer to have it painted. So now we stick our guy in here. Let's make sure the hole in the back. This one's not a standard. Is there even a hole? There's no hole in the back. What are you doing? No, let's file his butt a bit. So make sure that he slides in and doesn't get stuck. Has a giant butt crack. Quality content, that's what you get here. And kinda fits. I mean, it's not. Yeah, it doesn't actually. His back isn't actually resting on the. Yeah, this is how it looks, I guess. And there's no hinge to this, it's just on there. It's meant to be removable. And then you need A11, which I forgot. Yeah, again, shouldn't be doing this. Like if it's like very small parts, which is probably so you put A11 first, which is that away. Fits just fine, I guess. Yep. And then you put this on here. Which is just resting on there. It's not actually. Oh, maybe it is. There. Getting my fingerprints all over this, but whatever. But this is the cockpit and everything. Alright. Check, it says. We checked. Now we do the engine, which should be easier or harder depending on how you look at it. So we have B13 and B12, which are the engines. With the wings here, so B12, whichever one that was. And then we have, what else on the B's? Oh, there's something from C1. I can probably, yeah. There's not a lot of parts left on here, so I might as well just get the rest of it. Those seems a bit fiddly. Yeah, the weapons, but these are like very thin pieces of plastic, so they could easily break. I have to be very careful of those. Okay, so put these over there. Same thing with these because we don't need them yet. And we have our cutout of our. This is kind of cheaped out, I guess. And there's a couple of things that I like about this kit, but overall I feel like it's a. I mean, it's still accurate looking, but there seems to be like way fewer parts. So I can probably do these as well. because these other weapons, I guess. Probably gonna regret this, but whatever. These ones seem a bit. They are rounded surfaces, so you should probably cut at a margin so you don't. Okay. Whatever these are probably gonna be problematic. Any other weird part that I haven't seen? This is probably the back. I don't know why, like Star Wars stuff, like it's always exposed electronics, exposed components to the vacuum of space, to like anything that could just destroy everything. So it's like always exposed parts. There's nothing protecting these parts from anything really. That's like the style in Star Wars. Well, most of the, I don't know, well, even the Empire does that. There's always like exposed bits and pieces, which is, I guess, if you think of the era, which is like space exploration, although Nixon was trying to kill that, because science is bad for those people. But yeah, in those days, like it's like lots of like the space stuff was like that, I guess. White exposed things, the vacuum of space, and nobody complained. Which I guess is it's a way to save weight, I suppose. You don't need to like add extra weight for paneling. You try to like, it is like statistically there's like mostly empty space in space, so it's just vacuum. So most of it, for the like rare amount of times that something might hit it, like statistically it's like cheaper to not have anything. That's what I'm assuming anyway. But for Star Wars, which are basically, these are all like fighting things, you have exposed things, which are usually critical things when the engine is or something. That's why you have a battle droid, not a battle droid, a repair droid, just sitting in the back of an X-Wing and just reaching around with a probe and attempting to. It can only do that because everything's like exposed. It's a weird design choice, you would think. I mean, if it was like for space, for battle, I mean, it should be more protected. Okay, I think I got all of the bees as well. Okay, so start with, looks like B12, then A1, which is on a clear part. That's, I guess, the assuming you might have to paint this. Yeah, you might have to, like this one probably a clear yellow or something. That's the actual engine thruster thing. Okay, so I'm gonna get all of these as well, like a few of them. I'm probably gonna be like, where the hell did I put this part in a minute? Alright. So CA17. Draw these parts. Oh. I was saying I liked how it's like put the sprues against internal parts, but these ones are on external surfaces, so I take that back. Okay, so we also need, what else on the A's? This is times 2, I think. Oh no. Those are the engines. Alright. So A17A, this thing. This is C something or other. So it only fits one way. Hold on, you. So it should fit this way. Alright. We're at a 2-hour mark now. Nope, 1:36. It could be worse. No, it's not all that visible. Still fairly small hubs here. Like this one, yeah. Let's do this properly. So A, got these ones. A1, which is one of these. B2, which is one of these. Alright, so it goes in here. Am I supposed to put something in between? I guess you have to paint the white part somehow. Well, I mean, you paint the inside of it, and then it looks like it has the effect of whatchamacallit. So this goes inside, eh? And you shake it a bit, and you poke it through. Push. That is correct? No, it is not. Doesn't seem right. Nope, that seems wrong. It goes this way. There you go. Completely opposite direction. There you go. That wasn't too bad. Same deal with this one. I'm going to do this one as well. So yeah, you paint the white part to give it the illusion of something like lighting up, or some fire or something. I don't know how to paint, so I'm not going to do that. I'm awful at it. Right. Goes this way. Or does it? Okay, it's a bit tight. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this, but I'll try. So. I'm gonna file these a bit. Same thing here. It just makes it a bit easier to fit. Where's the other one? Okay, let's hope this was enough. Yeah. Sure, I think. That's not right. That's the wrong one. this is the right one. There you go. Fits perfectly. Easily slides in. No fuss, no muss. As they say. Whoever says that. Yep. Slides right in. Otherwise it would have been a bit tight. Okay. So we did go so far. Then zooming these ones. Oops. 3mm holes. Yep. Which I think. Same here, I think. 3mm. And 2mm. Did I get all of them? I think I did. Get all the shavings out. And some kind of stiff brush to like help me with those. I guess this works. Alright, so we have this part. And then we take this, nope, this one. Goes over here. Come on, you. That's correct or not? Am I even looking at the right thing here? No, I'm not. That's the wrong one. It is this one, and this one goes here. There you go. Yep, slides right on. Okay, this one goes here, or does it? No, it's this one. Yeah, they don't actually. I mean, they are mirror images, but they only fit a certain way. Okay, so bit of a gap, but should be mostly hidden. Same deal here. Nope. And this one fits. Doesn't fit snugly, just slides right on. That way, when we have to. Oh, that's probably why. This needs to be pushed in a little bit more. Just a little bit there. Just a tiny bit. I mean, once we get to the plastic cement treatment, it will fit much better. So we did. Oh, that's all for the engine. Okay. Well, wasn't much. Now we get to the weird paneling part, which is always exposed. Bits and pieces here. Gently. I don't think I need to polish. Well, I do. Yes. These are round surfaces, so I bet more. You have to like do a seesaw motion to and there's 4 of these, seriously. Tiny parts. Get the knobs off first, bigger parts, and need to moisturize probably. Oh, there was some extra. Look at these things. How dare they? Okay, this is gonna be a pain, but I'm trying to do it. Tiny parts that are probably gonna jump. Okay, this one tried to jump. So this is very small, so I don't know if I'm gonna do it without breaking the part, but you should try to hold on to the part you're nipping. That way it doesn't fly off. But if it's too small, you risk damaging it while taking it off the thing. Look at this tiny thing. I don't even know if you can see it. It's basically a wire. And I couldn't even get the whole thing off. How am I gonna sand this? I'm not even gonna try. Oh. That was scary. It fell down. Almost never to be seen again. Alright, so these are A10 and A9, and they go in here, which are essentially connecting parts. Okay, again, exposed. Why? It's gonna get snagged by. This is the middle of a battle. There's like debris flying everywhere. You want to risk this? Okay, this one goes here. And you kinda. I think it's not fitting all the way because. Okay, almost bent and broke it. Alright, so push this in. Try not to push this in. Well, I guess there. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this alone. This is gonna break off, I feel. I try to push this in the hole here. It gives it the illusion of this is like asymmetrical, like it's not symmetrical. It's like two different cables. I don't know if it's on purpose or not, but it's two different cables at like different lengths. They're just hanging on the back. And it's probably some vital piece of control equipment that is going to like, and that's why they need the force. Technology sucks. Well, kind of goes back to that thing I was saying about the weight of things in space, because you're gonna have to start off from inside a gravity well, which is the Earth, or some other planet, which is also weird because the Earth is a weird planet because the gravity here is higher. It's like abnormally high for a planet this size. That's what I've heard. We should have lower gravity, but we have a giant, allegedly, a big metal core, like iron, at the center of the Earth. So that's why the gravity is higher, which doesn't help this. Right. Anything else that goes on the back? These E9, E10. So far so good. Just loosen these a bit. Let's do these as well, because I feel these are going to be a problem. Try not to stab myself doing this, because this has a sharp point. I feel I could accidentally stab myself. I say that now, I've never stabbed myself with it. I say that, and it happens. Okay, first, we take those two things. Oh, I didn't even have to do that. What the hell? Connect them together, or at least we try. Which way do you go? This way. So the wires are actually like this. Alright. This should fit. Oh. What does it say over here? Okay, first we need to do this. This one. What is it? Sanded alright. Nubs here. Slight nub. A bit of a nub here. Alright. And these kind of protect. This is symmetrical, I guess, yeah. Slides right in. And then this goes like this. Supposedly goes like this. Okay, that works, I suppose. Yep. This one goes like this. So it's slightly. Let's try pushing this. I think that's how much it's gonna fit. Okay. Alright, so all of these go together. So first, no wait, that's not the check yet. Let's put this in first, and then we check. So it's slightly at an angle. Alright, so and push all the way through. There you go. Engine is okay. Don't press too this. These are just like free floating pieces of, well, not free floating, but like they're just hanging there. So I don't want to. Okay, look at that. It all just came together in one single shear. You move these a bit forward. Look at that. Are we done yet? Almost. Pretty much. All that's left is the... Wait, hold on. What are these then? Oh, that's a landing gear. Person? Are we supposed to draw something on here? Who is this guy? Anonymous A-wing pilot. Alrighty, so then we do weapons, which is just this plus this plus this thingamabob. Where do you go? Oh, like this. There we go. These are a bit seem a bit fiddly. If you've ever built the X-Wing model kit, you'll know that these could just, I mean, they have like the weird antenna gun kind of things, and those can like come off. I'm gonna ignore the nubs on this one. It's a journal part, so nobody cares. Oh, terrible mistake. Forgot about these tiny parts, which just is these two little things joined together. No giant nubs anywhere, so I guess it should be fine. And it just slides in which direction though? It's symmetrical, so I don't think it should matter. Yeah, it's symmetrical. So these just slide on here. Push those in a little bit. There we go. It's probably sensitive equipment. I don't know. Maybe it's like measuring things, but it's like it looks like electronics or some kind of things, but it's right in the thruster hole thing. Like that's maybe it's on purpose. I don't know. I think it's a bit. Well, I guess it's not that exposed, but it is kind of exposed. You're going forward, escaping the thing, it could shoot you in the back and you're dead. Well, you're dead anyways. These are just the... I'll put the guns in later, I guess. Yeah, they're just like this. I'll just leave those out here for now, because they're small bits and they could get lost. So now, we finish off by adding the remaining panels, or E7, E27, E26. So basically all the A's at this point. I think I made E20, 21 as well. 20, 20, and 21. It says 26. Okay, E7. Alright. 7. I did this one already, so E7, which goes here. I actually need to kill these tiny nubs here. It just came into like all together very quickly. So there you have E7. If you have it like in flying mode, where's 27 and 26? Oh, they're white, I guess. Just do all of them. Landing gear here. And we have 21, and this looks important. Have I missed something? I don't know, these look like they should be going somewhere. I wonder if I missed the part. We'll find out in a minute, I guess. Oh, it does go. Ah, those are like... Nope, I don't know. Oh, we'll see. This is A50, and I suppose it covers the hole for the base. That's where you connect the base. guess almost all of them. I believe I got all of them. This is all the A's. Again with the warping. Alright, so we have a bunch of pieces here. I'm gonna sort for them in a minute. This here is for the, like, if you're not using the base, I guess just with the, I mean, I'll build it with the landing gear first. See how it feels. Or I could just build the base, I guess. Let's go ahead and build the base. This is the end essentially. So we basically built the thing more or less. You have I guess this is like open. Yeah. It's like landing gear open and closed variation, so you can pick and choose which one you want. Should probably make it a bit loose, not too tight fitting. You can't remove it. You probably need like a knife or something to separate those. Let's build it with the landing gear first. Then we'll see how it landing gear, but with it's all the same. No, is it not? I guess it's not. This one's a bit longer, and there we go. So you press these in using your stick to avoid. Oh, right. So you have to use a knife to pop that open, hopefully without breaking the knife. These are better. The rounded ones are like stronger than the pointed ones, so you don't risk. And you also have the open, whatchamacallit here. Same deal here. Right. Open landing gear thing. This one goes in. Let's make sure it's. You can remove it easily if you need to. Right, so again, I mean, probably these should be painted. The landing gears. So press. There you go. Landing gear here. Landing gear over here. Up. Not too shabby, is it? There's another piece here. I guess this is like. Hold on. Is it on the inside or outside? It's on the inside. Okay. The longer part is here. Kind of. Wrong side. Let's paint to get this one in. I should get this one in first. Get this one in first. Right? I think it is correct. Let's go the other way. Which means, yeah, might go this way. There you go. Probably a bit better. There you go. That one goes. Try not to break anything. And then finally, take our that seems to only fit one way anyways. Press here, press in here, and then just drop this in here and press. There we go. Same deal. But this one, I guess it's easier to do it. So, using a table for support. Try not to, like, if you're pressing, just press vertically down perpendicular and don't. Try not to be wobbly about how you press on things. Okay, so there it looks like, that's how it looks like with the landing gears out. Nice. Is there anything that goes here? I don't think so. So that's how it looks. So far so good. I'm not gonna put the weapons on yet. I mean, you can put this on here, which is the whole cover, right? This, and there you go. And this is like this is how the A-wing looks landing. I mean, you can imagine how it looks like without. Well, yeah, I'll skip this part, but basically, same deal. So now you can remove this. You need to basically have a little. Actually, I need to take a look under here if it has. I guess it does not. Oh, hold on. Well, let's just build a base then. The last one. I mean, like, the excitement of building the like building the A-wing has. You're basically done with the A-wing at this point. Well, you have still painted, I guess. I mean, you see how you like it. Does it need any like better fitting and stuff? Like, you kind of decide like, oh, where am I gonna paint? Does it even need paint? And then you go back to like disassembling it and painting the individual parts as needed. You really, I mean, you don't need to like recoat everything. You can just add some touches of paint here and there when it needs highlighting, I guess, or enhancement. This one is just, right now I'm just like making this as quickly as possible. It don't need to be super accurate. This is just a Death Star. It was built by the Empire, which is a big ass bureaucracy. They probably cut corners. It's like one thing, I mean, I don't know how maybe people like have rewatched the old Star Wars, but the people in charge, basically middle management in the Empire, are like very. They're basically weasels. I don't know how else to put it. They're like Weasley, not exactly, but like they're very uptight about the rules. That's how they get promoted. You need like a certain mentality to be in middle management. You need to be a square, which is this thing. A square in the 70s, or if you watch it, I don't know if it's in American Psycho or not, but basically, someone who's very uptight about the rules, you're like very anal about it, and that's the kind of people who get promoted in the Death Star, I mean the Empire, to like positions of power. And then you have the run-of-the-mill guys, the stormtroopers, who are like just regular people who just need a job, and they're walking around the halls of the Death Star just talking about the latest models of land speeders. Like, come on, guys. Like, that was like kind of a, well, if you ever rewatch Star Wars, that's your assignment, homework. Just like try to like see the difference between the managerial types and the just regular worker types. Like, if you recall, there's like this conversation between Han Solo and the on the radio with the like operator of the guy in charge in the what is it? Tower operator? I don't know, like basically whoever's like in charge of allowing them to land. And or not, wait, hold on. It wasn't about that. It was like after they've disguised themselves as stormtroopers and they've broken in. And he was like, hey, how you doing? And he was like, oh wait, was it the one with the old code but it still checks out? Something, I don't remember. Basically, it shows how like managerial people are like very suspicious of other people. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just talking. Well, yeah, we're talking about the Death Star because this is a piece of the Death Star. I mean, many of the Star Wars, like copyright Lucasfilm, it says. It should be Disney right now. I guess this was before. But yeah, where was I even going with all that? I don't know, nobody knows. Right, so we start with this thingamajig. That thingamajig? What is the other thingamajigs? There's like some gear kind of things in here. I wonder how that's gonna work. Those are all of them. They don't seem to really match what I'm seeing. Okay, this one maybe. Alright, and then you there. And go through here. I see. Or maybe I don't see. The hell? That's not right. Where's the other cat? This one maybe? Ah, yeah, it is this one. So. Still doesn't seem right. Okay, whatever. So, then this one goes here. Allegedly. I'm not drilling holes for this. Well, maybe I am. It's because I don't want to come back here. Because I may have to disassemble this to put it away because I don't necessarily need the base. At least that take up a lot of space. And then this one goes on here. It's only in one particular way. It goes up and down. No. First you need to put this one on here. There we go. And put this one on here. No, this way. Alright. Finally, this piece goes here. Gonna try to press these together. Alright, so now you have your cannon assembly. As gives for no reason, it just like doesn't actually do anything, but it just like to show. Alright, so we pull these up, and then we get this with the 12-8 part 8, which looks like this one, and that one goes here. Then on the back we have something which looks like this. Alright. Really? Alright. And then you move it down. And then you assemble it with... This one goes on top. Oh. I see. So that's what's kind of holding it together here. And then the sides. I'm just getting quick. Yeah, it's like very detailed. Like the surface of it is like very detailed, and get all the bumps and like texture. Texture is like all the little bits and pieces that make up the paneling instead of just being a flat with like a few details. How detailed this is. It's like, well, it's for dioramas, I guess. You can like really appreciate that effort. So we do easy enough. These are large ones, but forming it, I guess. Yep. Put these two together first. So it's not symmetrical. Huh. Okay. And then same deal with the other ones. 4mm again. Right, so should only go a certain way, I think. Maybe it doesn't matter. No, I guess it does not go that way. It has to go this way then. Okay, so trying to loosen this up a bit. Let's go this way. Join these together. First, otherwise this thing wants to fit. And then try to There we go. Okay, so let's press these together. Definitely need like a. I'll probably need like a clamp with like a rubber thing to kind of press these large parts together. Finally, this goes here, simple enough. Has like gaps in between, that's where the missiles creep in. Alright, and then we finally have this part here, whichever way you want. I guess this way is fine. And these are just connecting parts. Like most of the kits come with these things, and you can connect all the bases together if you need to, and a kind of whatchamacallit. Oh, I guess one. Okay, it doesn't fit. I would have. No. Would have been nice if it was like some kind of storage compartment in here. Maybe you can just put them in here and kind of, or in here maybe. It's kind of have some tape or something. Just like cut out the circle. Just put it in here. That would be like, this is where you store all your extra parts. That would have been useful. Now we have a bunch of loose parts just all over the place. So this is here with like a bunch of it's like a 30, 90, and well, an angle kind of thing. You can change the orientation of here, so probably shouldn't have it with the landing gears, but and you can just, I should put that on fast. I kind of like it a little better with the landing gears, although I wonder if you can open this. It does not, I don't think it'll stay open. For example, there's no hinge. It's just the cockpit, just the glass. That's all that's separating them from the freezing cold of space. But like a completely impractically large, clear thing that's going to let in all sorts of radiation and probably not very good at insulating. But we're not here for the realism. What does this do? That can't be right. Oh, I guess if you don't want to use it as a base and just have it used as a piece of something, I guess, so you can just like hide the hole and just poke this out if you need it again, and then you can just put this over here. That becomes your connected thing. So you basically have this for free, like if you want to use it with other dioramas of Star Wars kits. And this goes here because the Death Star obviously had like attachments for you to like put your Rebel scum ships on. So I'm just like try to see how this looks without breaking it. Pull gently, wiggle, 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 and wiggle it out. Okay, these are all the landing gears. Go there. Then we have this here. Should just pop right on. Pop this right on. This one's at a weird angle. And I'll line it up. If it goes in at an angle, it's gonna get jammed. So, there, sort of. It's fine if you use the panel lines here. Nobody's gonna get mad at you. Okay, so now, and then you have this one here. we're trying to make it go with some fancy looking angle here. Although these are a bit fiddly. I feel like I could actually accidentally break something. So you kind of put it at an angle, make it go like this. So now the tower is trying to like hit it. Oh, that's why you have these things. Not exactly reproducing the box art here, but you get the idea. So if I do this, this isn't for the, yeah, I don't think this is for the A-wing, although you could put it on here as well. This is for basically a near miss, because the A-wing doesn't really have a huge amount of armament. And you put these on the sides here. I think that's correct. Which way? Yeah. The white part is at the bottom. There. So there you have it. Probably nobody watching at this point, but whatever. For like 2 hours or something in there. There you go. This is how the A-wing looks. Alright, so conclusions, final thoughts, I guess. This is like the full build. I think I've been giving my thoughts on it for a while. So yeah, it's a Bandai kit for Star Wars. High quality stuff. You'll probably want to spend, like I did, like a fair amount of time just cleaning the parts to make sure they fit. Everything like fits nicely and snugly, and I mean you need to like bore the holes. I guess make this more of a near miss here. Like you barely died. There you go. So I just move this a bit. Alright, so there you go. The A-wing here. Nice dramatic angle, almost being hit by the turrets here. I don't think this is to scale. These should be like way bigger. They don't have tiny ass turrets like that on, like the size of a regular person. They would have giant, massive turrets. And yeah, oh yeah, I said to. So after you built this, you can also always go look at the color guide here. There's like instructions to apply the decals. These are done after you're done painting, so right, white body. I mean, you don't really need to paint them. Well, maybe you do. Not really. You might want to like fill in the panel lines a bit. I guess that's one thing you could do with wash or whatever. It's basically dirty paint, water, and you can paint the guy inside. Of course, laser gun, flat black, blah blah blah. These are yellow inside. That's where the exhaust are, so basically gray, blah. So you can paint these to pilot face, blah blah. Or you can like apply, yeah, once you've done painting, I guess this is like metal. The cockpit is neutral gray. Oh, neutral gray, not metal, I guess. And yeah, once you've done painting, you apply the you should use decals, because the decal will deform more. They are fragile, so you need to be very careful. And you apply them when they're like soaked. You soak the water so that they're a bit more flexible and they stick to the paint. Sorry, yeah. Well, you basically apply it on top of the paint. So yeah. I mean, it says here that the lasers are full of the A-wing, but they look better like when being fired from the turret here. So one thing I wanted to do was okay. Alright. So this is supposed to be 172 scale, 172nd, 1 to 172. Let's say that. X-wing. However, you can kind of see. Let me just try to like open this. Yeah, another thing about the X-wing. This is like one of the very old kits. I kind of like painted it. Did a really horrible job of it. Some of the decals broke, so I had to replace them with stickers. So this is like a very long time ago I did this. But basically, you have this guy compared to the size of the guy. So let me see if I'm on the camera. Yeah, okay, let's try to. Okay, hopefully this is good fiddly. Alright, so this is the X-Wing, 172, 1 to 72, 1 by 72, I don't know, how do you say it? 1 to 72, I guess? 1:72, it's a 172 scale. And next to the A-Wing here, which was just built, also supposed to be 172, and the guy here is definitely, unless Luke Skywalker is a very small guy, which is kind of true. But yeah, there's a difference of scale here, because this is slightly, the scale is like slightly bigger, so maybe like 164 or something. If this is 172, Luke Skywalker is a very, very short guy. And whereas piloting is a giant, tall guy. If this is the same scale. I mean, maybe it is the same scale, kinda, maybe, sorta, but like the people inside are like... it's a different scale. But yeah, you can kind of swap these. I guess this one's... like you have a bunch of those kits. So maybe I'll just put this back on down here. Same kind of connector. A little bit different. This one's a bit more secure, I guess. How do you look? Oh no, wait, they're the same. So you can use the same kind of connector and like kind of like put them a bunch together. I don't know if they just sell just those like Death Star tiles kind of thing, and you can like make them like multiple of them. You can build a corridor or something. I don't know. You may be able to find like 3D printed blueprints for this, like STL files for these bases, and just like print a bunch of them. And you can like redo the corridor where the X-Wing was like firing those photon torpedoes down the hole. You can maybe do a bunch of these, but anyway, yeah, I'm gonna put the X-Wing back. Anyway, that was the A-Wing, Star Wars A-Wing, 172 scale, so it claims, with I guess some guy related to Wookiees piloting it. That would make more sense. I guess this is like a very tall guy, very big guy piloting this. Some farmhand on some backwater like planet, very tall, very big guy. Not that I'm saying like farmhands are all dull guys, but whatever. He's like a big guy. Okay, anyway, yeah. So let's assume it's 172. Basically, it's probably more close to 164, but we'll leave it at that. So, yep, there you go. A7, like 172 scale. That's what it claims. A-Wing comes with a turret from the Death Star, a stand, the usual fare for like these. They're very nicely detailed. I don't know, it's average fun. Not super fun to build, but like... I mean, the problem is always like those tiny parts kind of just fly off sometimes, or like, yeah, there's like some randomly minute microscopic parts like over here that give you trouble, that will fall on the ground and may run off and you'll never find them again. This kit only has like one or like a few of these, like 1, 2, 3 small parts that really are annoying that could fly off. Like maybe 4 and 5 over here. But like there's other more complicated ship, well, fighter, I guess, Starfighter things, well, more complicated model as this one that have way more parts that will easily get lost. But yeah, it's not too bad. Like, nice technique, very detailed, very, I guess, faithful to the movie. The Bandai kits are always like way better than, at least in my opinion. That's why I feel like that they're better than, say, Revel or some other. I don't know why we don't really get those. Like, they're not officially licensed, or maybe that has changed. I don't know. I don't think they're officially licensed in the US. Let me get these instructions out of the way, and we can have a final shot here. Okay. Anyway, 1/72 scale, A-Wing, Star Wars, Bandai. Run on the internet. Did I just lose camera? Probably not. Who knows? We'll see. Anyway, that's all I have for you today, guys. Thank you for watching. How long did it take? Very long time. 2:57. Not too bad. Alright. See you guys next time. Maybe tomorrow, if I'm feeling like it. Alright. Subscribe. Give us a like. Tell your friends about this. Share it. The usual. Thanks.